Okay, back again here, and we're going to show the actual making back into it. Here's these now that they've gotten hard and all the heat is gone. You can see how big they are. Here's the actual astronaut who's expanded out. And here is that very large scorpion. So now we're going to take this actual octopus and you put it right in here. And you got to do this while it's hot. You then close the top of it down. You push this and you just start to close it here. And obviously that's causing this to tighten. And you want to tighten it down as much as you can. As hard as you can so that you get a nice tight squeeze there. And because you should get that nice logo on there. I don't know if you can see it there again on that. You press in. And you want to do it tight, of course, like everything else. And you push the top on that. And, of course, you want to give it a few minutes. And we'll throw these back in here so it kind of cools down. We're going to throw these back in here because we're going to make these into these squares again. So I don't know if that was actually hot enough or... And this stops at a certain degree. You don't want to overturn this, but you want it tight. And of course you want this on the top here all the way covering so it makes a nice square. So we've now thrown these back in because we want to put those back into squares. Make sure we get them all together. The problem is if they get hot, they may stick together. Let me not do this like that way because they'll kind of maybe melt together. So we'll put 2 in there, which shouldn't be a problem, and let it heat up. And this takes a while. Again, it takes 5 or 6 minutes to get these things hot enough, and you want to be watching them because you can burn them. Now, the heat dissipates from this pretty quickly when you start actually do this whole press thing. So, but I'm letting it sit there for a while, let it cool down in the squared shape so that it doesn't pop out. So I'm going to leave it there for a couple of minutes. I think that's probably been long enough. I don't know if you can pull this back yet, but let's now unscrew this because there certainly is enough pressure on there. So let's unscrew this, take it back, pull this off, and see what we've done here with this. Looks like it may not have been hot enough. Let's pull that back a little bit more. And yeah, I didn't quite, or maybe it was not pushed down enough. As you can see, well, it did get the kind of logo on there. Oops. You can see the kind of logo on there, but it looks like it wasn't down deep enough. This should have been down deep enough, and it would have created more of a square. So we're going to try that again with other figures here as they heat up. And again, you should kind of turn these over. We want to get them nice and hot so that we can then make them into squares. That's going to take a few minutes, so we will come back with that as well.